Welcome to Perspective with Bank. Yeah. What's up with it, King? I'm gonna keep it real with you, Slime. Coming out of jail, and we're like, man, what the fuck is this nigga doing, bro? Talking on the phone, like, what the hell wrong with this nigga? Like, and what's the difference between him being in the interrogation room talking and you being in the interrogation room talking?
You act like I'm bringing the nigga name up there.
I'm asking, I ain't saying what make y'all young niggas feel like y'all can spin the police though? Fuck that. This is how I feel, Slime. Me to you. I talked to Gunner when he first got out of jail. You don't like the word hurt. I see how you looked at that.
What the fuck can he say? Why you did that? What can you say? As a man, you think Key to respect you for what you did, bro? You to my R.I.P. Key, bro. You know Key ain't gonna respect you for what you did to me, bro. You know that. You know Key ain't gonna respect that. You know ain't no real man gonna respect that. You did that, bro.
The beef between Kodak Black and Boosie just sparked up again, and it's looking like this ain't cooling off anytime soon. Kodak hopped on his socials and straight called Boosie out, trying to clown him for staying quiet during what folks are calling one of the wildest snitching scandals in hip-hop right now. Kodak ain't hold back either. He dropped a post like, where the hell Boosie at fame was the spokesman for this street code talk now? He ain't got nothing to say. These dudes straight bullsh, *teehee. Was basically checking Boosie like, you always the loudest voice when it comes to calling out rats and keeping it real for the culture, but when the biggest snitch story of the year breaks, suddenly you ghost Kodak's, making it clear he thinks Boosie's silence is suspect. Like the self-proclaimed street spokesman suddenly lost his mic, and the timing makes it even messier. These two already had smoke not long ago, throwing subliminals and side comments, so Kodak knew this jab was gonna hit different. He's out here saying Boosie built his name on being the loudmouth for the streets, always speaking on everybody else's drama, but now when the streets are buzzing over the biggest case of snitching, he's nowhere to be found. Fans are eating it up, reposting screenshots, tagging Boosie, and waiting to see if he claps back or keeps it moving. What really stirs the pot is how Kodak framed it, like Boosie owes the culture a statement to Kodak staying quiet on something this big ain't just minding your business, it's breaking the code. And if there's one thing hip-hop heads know, it's that street code talk runs deep. So now, everybody's watching to see if Boosie gonna let it slide, or if this turns into another full-blown back and forth that takes the feud to a whole new level.
Especially, yeah, little nigga, you know, I'm trying to get the same thing you got from the same people. And you know that, bro. Come on, what type of shit you on, bro? But, other than that, bro, like, yeah, when it's time to talk about any situation, you know how I'm coming. You know I'm going to tell the truth how I feel about any situation. And to all my fans, you know, if y'all my real fans, y'all going to say, man, she ain't really got time for that shit. Like, I don't even want, like, my real fans who love me, like, we got real shit coming up, nigga. We praying right now, nigga.
The thing started getting way messier between the two after Young Thug dropped that interview with Big Bank. Fresh out the pen, Thugger came out swinging like he had a score to settle, calling out names and letting off some wild accusations. He ain't hold nothing back, straight up saying some folks in the game were rat snitches and fake with the street code. It was the type of talk that makes the whole culture stop and rewind just to catch every word when that interview hit the internet. Everybody in the hip-hop streets was locked in. Timelines lit up, blogs reposting clips, fans chopping it up in the comments like it was a heavyweight fight. Folks were tagging Boosie nonstop because everybody knows Boosie got a rep for being the loudest voice when it comes to street politics. He's the dude that never bites his tongue when somebody name gets dragged through the mud. If there's a snitching convo, 9 times out of 10 Boosie somewhere talking heavy about it, so the whole culture was on standby waiting for his reaction. People kept checking his socials like clockwork, thinking he'd jump on live or drop a post calling somebody out, but hours turned into days and Boosie stayed silent. No tweets, no IG stories, nothing. That quiet felt loud. Fans started flooding comment sections like, yo, where Boosie at? This is your lane. You always the one preaching about the code. It turned into its own conversation with folks debating if Boosie was dodging the smoke or maybe holding back because the stakes were different this time. Meanwhile, Kodak Black peeped the silence and couldn't let it slide. He already had history with Boosie, little jabs thrown before, so he saw an opening and took it. Kodak jumped on his page like, where the hell Boosie at fame used to be the spokesman for the street code. Now he ain't got nothing to say. These dudes full of cap. Kodak's words hit heavy because it wasn't just a random call out, it played into what the fans were already thinking. As Kodak's posts started spreading, it cranked The tension all the way up. Hip-hop blogs ran with it. Headlines blasting Kodak calls out Boosie for staying quiet. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds. Some fans rode with Kodak, saying Boosie been talking tough for years, so now he gotta keep that same energy. Others defended Boosie, saying maybe he's staying out of mess, that ain't his business. Through it all, Boosie stayed a ghost. No replies, no sneak disses, nothing to feed the fire. But in rap culture, that silence only made people talk louder. Whispers about old beef started resurfacing. Folks speculated whether Boosie was protecting certain ties or just waiting for the right moment to clap back. Every hour he stayed quiet just gave the story more fuel, and the streets kept watching like a storm was about to break.
Welcome to Perspective with Bank. Yeah. What's up with the king? I'm gonna keep it real with you, Slime. Coming out of jail, and we're like, man, what the fuck is this nigga doing, bro? Talking on the phone, like, what the hell wrong with this nigga? Like, and what's the difference between him being in the interrogation room talking and you being in the interrogation room talking?
You act like I'm bringing the nigga name up there.
I
ain't saying
what make y'all young niggas feel like y'all can spin the police though? Fuck that. This is how I feel, Slime. Me to you. I talked to Gunner when he first got out of jail. You don't like the word hurt. I see how you looked at that.
What the fuck can he say? Why you did that? What can you say? As a man, you think Key to respect you for what you did, bro? You to my R.I.P. Key, bro. You know Key ain't gonna respect you for what you did to me, bro. You know that. You know Key ain't gonna respect that. You know ain't no real man gonna respect that. You did that, bro.
Boosie wasn't about to stay quiet forever, and when he finally came through, he came swinging like a heavyweight champ. He jumped on Instagram and let the whole culture know he wasn't ducking no smoke. Boosie started off cool, but every word felt like a jab. He said straight up, I know when and how to talk, and I know what to talk about. You don't know nothing about this, it's business. And when it's business tied to murder shootings and drug trafficking, you don't just run your mouth. He let it be known that when the streets get that deep, silence ain't weakness, it's survival. Boosie made it clear he moves smart, not loud, that he don't spill thoughts when the feds could be listening or when the wrong word could spark something deadly. Then he turned the heat all the way up on Kodak. Boosie called him out without flinching, telling Kodak, you more of a drug addict than an artist, you letting them pills and lean run your whole life. He even went personal, saying, I know you, I know how you move, you hop off the bus and head straight left, and every Fed in the game can tell you the same. Boosie wasn't just throwing random shade. He was talking like somebody who's seen things up close, like he knows where the bodies are buried. He told Kodak straight, go get rid of them drugs, get your head right, and put that talent to use, stop wasting what you got. Boosie made sure everybody watching understood this wasn't some playful back and forth. This was grown man talk. The way Boosie laid it out felt like a veteran checking a rookie, reminding him of the difference between rap hype and real life. He said, he ain't here to argue online. I don't want to go back and forth with you. I'm not playing games out here. If you know Boosie, you know he don't like internet circus. He likes real moves, real consequences. That line hit hard because it's the code everybody in the streets respects. No clout chasing, no feeding drama, just facts. Fans went wild the moment that post hit IG. Lives started popping. Blogs were quick with the screenshots, and every comment section turned into a war zone. Some folks were riding with Boosie, saying he's right to keep quiet when real cases and real charges are floating around. They said silence is how you survive when the streets are hot. Others backed Kodak, saying Boosie acting like he above it all and throwing low blows about addiction was crossing the line. But no matter the side, everybody agreed Boosie's words carried weight because he's been through real situations. His stripes in the game are stamped. This whole exchange showed the real split between entertainment and reality. Boosie reminded everyone that the streets got rules and you can't treat them like a trending topic. Kodak fired first, but Boosie clapped back with something heavier than a diss track. He dropped lessons about how to move when it gets deadly serious. He didn't need a beat or a hook, just raw truth, and that cut deeper than any freestyle. So what you all think, fam? Whose side you on in this heavyweight clash between Baton Rouge royalty and Florida's wildest? Let me know in the comments section. I'd love to hear your take on whether Boosie played it smart or Kodak had a point. And as always, keep your eyes on this space because this story's far from over. The streets are still talking, the blogs are still buzzing, and you know the next move could drop at any time. Until then, stay safe, stay sharp, and keep it real out there.